Desi Arnaz died a painful and strange death after meeting his ex-wife Lucille Ball. Desi Arnaz was born Desiderio Alberto Arnaz y de Oca III on March 2, 1917, in Santiago de Cuba, was a multifaceted entertainment icon whose legacy as a groundbreaking actor, musician, bandleader, and television producer profoundly shaped the American entertainment industry. Arnaz's influence extends far beyond his roles on screen, as he played a pivotal part in revolutionizing television production, especially through his pioneering work on the beloved sitcom I Love Lucy. His contributions were integral to the development of television syndication and the concept of reruns, which has since become a staple in the television industry. Arnaz's life story is a compelling narrative of talent, perseverance, and innovation, marked by his rise from humble beginnings in Cuba to becoming one of the most influential figures in Hollywood. Desi Arnaz was born into a privileged and influential family in Cuba. His father, Desiderio Alberto Arnaz y de Oca II, was the mayor of Santiago de Cuba and a wealthy landowner, while his mother, Dolores de Oca, came from a prominent family. The Arnaz family enjoyed a life of luxury, but political turmoil in Cuba drastically altered their fortunes. In 1933, the Cuban Revolution led by Fulgencio Batista overthrew the government, and the Arnaz family was forced to flee their homeland. They lost their wealth and social status, leaving young Desi with an early understanding of hardship and adversity. His family relocated to Miami, Florida, where they had to start from scratch, an experience that would profoundly shape Desi's resilience and determination. Upon arriving in the United States, Desi Arnaz began to rebuild his life. Initially, he worked odd jobs to support himself and his family, but it wasn't long before his musical talent began to attract attention. Arnaz had a natural affinity for music, particularly for the rhythms of his Cuban heritage. In the late 1930s, he joined a Latin orchestra and soon formed his band, Desi Arnaz and his orchestra. Their signature sound, blending Afro-Cuban rhythms with American big band music, became extremely popular. His band's performances helped introduce Latin music to American audiences, and Arnaz quickly gained a reputation as a charismatic and talented bandleader. His big break came when he was cast in the Broadway musical Too Many Girls in 1939, which later led to a film adaptation in 1940. It was during the production of this film that Arnaz met actress Lucille Ball, who would not only become his wife but also his lifelong creative partner. Their whirlwind romance captivated the public, and the couple married later that year. While Arnaz continued to find success as a musician and actor, his partnership with Ball would soon change the course of both of their careers, and the television industry. Desi Arnaz's most significant and lasting contribution to entertainment came with the creation of I Love Lucy in 1951. Arnaz and Lucille Ball formed Desilu Productions to produce the show, a move that would make history. At the time, network executives were skeptical about casting Arnaz, a Cuban immigrant with a heavy accent, as the lead in a primetime American television series. However, Ball insisted that her real-life husband play her on-screen spouse, and the couple eventually prevailed. Arnaz's role as Ricky Ricardo, a Cuban bandleader married to the mischievous Lucy Ricardo, played by Ball, was an instant success. I Love Lucy became one of the most popular and influential television shows of all time. Its innovative use of a live studio audience, multiple cameras, and high-quality film production set new standards for television sitcoms. Arnaz's keen business acumen led to the development of the rerun syndication model, which allowed episodes of I Love Lucy to be rebroadcast after their initial airing, ensuring the show's enduring presence in pop culture. Moreover, Desi Arnaz and Lucille Ball were pioneers in creating one of the first independent production companies in Hollywood, Desilu Productions. Under Arnaz's leadership, Desilu became a powerhouse in television production, not only producing I Love Lucy but also classic shows like The Untouchables, Mission Impossible, and Star Trek. His forward-thinking approach to television production and distribution reshaped the industry, creating new opportunities for content creation and syndication that are still in practice today. Despite their professional success, Desi Arnaz and Lucille Ball's personal relationship faced significant challenges. The pressures of maintaining their highly successful television show, coupled with Arnaz' demanding role as a producer, began to strain their marriage. Arnaz' struggles with alcoholism and infidelity further complicated their relationship. In 1960, after 20 years of marriage, Arnaz and Bal divorced. Though their personal relationship ended, they maintained a professional partnership and continued to co-parent their two children, Lucille Arnaz and Desi Arnaz Jr. Arnaz's post-I Love Lucy years were marked by both triumphs and difficulties. He remained active in television production, though his role diminished after selling his shares of Desilu Productions to Lucille Bal in 1962. Bal became the first woman to head a major television production company as a result. Arnaz shifted his focus to his personal life, dedicating more time to his family and his passion for horsebreeding. In his later years, Desi Arnaz largely retired from the entertainment industry, though he occasionally made guest appearances on television. He published his autobiography, a book, in 1976, which offered an intimate look at his life and career. Despite the challenges he faced, Arnaz's contributions to television continued to be celebrated. He was recognized as a trailblazer in the entertainment industry, not only for his work as an actor and musician but also for his behind-the-scenes innovations that revolutionized television production. Desi Arnaz's death was a poignant and painful chapter in his storied life, marked by a blend of personal and emotional elements that seemed almost surreal. A lifetime smoker, Arnaz's habits were emblematic of a different era's attitudes towards health and wellness. Throughout his long career, particularly during his time on the iconic television show I Love Lucy, he was rarely seen without a cigarette or a cigar. His smoking was not just a personal choice but a part of his public persona, reflecting a lifestyle that would ultimately contribute to his tragic end. By the mid-1980s, the consequences of his smoking began to manifest severely. In 1986, Arnaz was diagnosed with lung cancer, a grim diagnosis that was a direct result of his many years of smoking. Despite undergoing treatment, the disease had taken a heavy toll on his body. His health deteriorated rapidly, leading to a period of intense and painful suffering. During this time, Lucille Bal, his ex-wife and the woman with whom he had shared both a professional and personal life, made a poignant return to his side. Their relationship, which had ended in divorce in 1960, remained deeply influential in both their lives. Bal's presence during this time was a significant emotional support for Arnaz, and the two would find solace in revisiting their shared past through the medium of their television show. Arnaz's hospital room was filled with a sense of nostalgia and emotional resonance as Bal and Arnaz watched VHS tapes of I Love Lucy. This ritual served as a bittersweet reminder of their successful collaboration and the deep bond they had once shared. Their daughter, Lucille Arnaz, was a constant presence during these final days, providing care and comfort as her father faced the end of his life. Lucy's role was not only as a caregiver but as a bridge between her parents' past and present, adding a layer of emotional complexity to the situation. On November 30, 1986, a significant moment occurred that would later be understood as a poignant farewell. Lucille Bal, aware of the gravity of Arnaz's condition, made a phone call to him. Their conversation was brief and emotionally charged. Bal's words, "I love you. I love you. Desi, I love you," were a repeated expression of her enduring feelings for her ex-husband. Arnaz's response, "I love you, too, honey. Good luck with your show," was his final message to Bal. The gravity of this exchange was not immediately apparent to Lucille Arnaz. It was only later, upon reviewing her diary, that she realized the profound significance of the timing. The call had taken place on the 46th anniversary of their wedding, a date that added a layer of historical and emotional depth to their final communication. Arnaz passed away on December 2, 1986, just 2 days after this significant phone call, at the age of 69. His death came 3 years before Lucille Bal's own passing, creating a poignant symmetry in their intertwined lives. The ceremony that followed was a public acknowledgement of his impact and legacy. Arnaz was cremated, and his ashes were scattered in the Sea of Cortez, a place that perhaps held personal significance to him. His funeral, held at St. James Roman Catholic Church in San Diego County, California, was attended by many, including Bal, who was one of hundreds who came to pay their respects. The timing of Arnaz's death, just 5 days before Ball received the prestigious Kennedy Center honors, was a striking juxtaposition. The honors were a recognition of Ball's contributions to television, and Arnaz's passing right before this event underscored the intertwined fates of these two television legends. Additionally, Arnaz's mother, who had lived to be nearly 94, outlived her son by almost 2 years, adding another layer of poignancy to the story of Arnaz's final days and his enduring legacy.